Welcome everyone to another edition of Parashat Pointers. We look into the Parasha to get some guidance of how we could raise our children, Be'ezat Hashem. In the Parasha this week, Moshe Rabbeinu comes to the point where he has to give over the mantle of leadership to Yehoshua, who's going to be his successor. And Moshe Rabbeinu was really very concerned to make sure that they had the right leader for the people. And he was very happy with Yehoshua. Hashem tells him, V'nateta mechodecha alav. Very, very interesting words. You should give of your glory to him. Leman yishma'u kol adat b'nei Yisrael. Now, what does that mean exactly, to give your glory over? So basically it means that you should make him important in the people's eyes so that after you pass away, and now he's the leader, they're going to listen to him. And Rashi basically says it beautifully. Rashi says, the nation should comport themselves towards Yehoshua with respect and reverence in the same way as they comport themselves towards Moshe himself. That the same way that they behave with you, they'll behave with Yehoshua if they see that you're backing him. The Seforno really says it also, the same idea. He says that Moshe was to confer upon him some of the aura of his regal status, that they should see, wow, Yehoshua is like Moshe, so that after he passes away, they will treat Yehoshua with respect as well. This is so important. We see this, by the way, in businesses as well. If you want someone in the business to be respected, so you have to give respect to that person as well. But as parents, we entrust our children to yeshivot. We entrust our children and our families when we go to certain shuls, and that's the rabbi whose messages we are listening to. But if we don't back the rabbi, and if we don't back the yeshiva, then why would the child respect anything they have to say? It's really important. I once heard a story. I was at a Torah Masorah convention. I heard this from a rabbi who teaches 10th grade in Florida. I mean, the story was a very rough story, and it's an extreme example, but it really brings home the point that I'm trying to say. He had a situation with a boy in his class that started to get into the wrong crowd, doing the wrong thing, and the father called him one day. He said, I just want you to know, I want to apologize, because I've said some very nasty things about you, about the school, very bad things. But I really want to apologize to myself more than I'm going to apologize to you. Because when I spoke to my son and I said, why don't you speak to your Rabbi? He looked at me and said, Dad, why would I respect a person who you constantly put down? And I said, you know what? I burned the bridge of someone that could have helped me in this situation. And it also goes the other way around. The school must build up the parents to the child. The rabbi of the shul and the people that are spiritually helping to guide the people in the family need to also build up the family. And you create that mutual respect. Now, we're not always going to agree. A parent's not always going to agree with everything that's said and not going to agree with what the school says. No, for sure not. But that could be worked out behind closed doors. In front of the child, though, there's got to be that shalom bayit. There's got to be that we're on the same page and we're working together. I remember a few times, where I would make comments to children and say, you know how great your parents are? And it's true. Look how much they do for you on a daily basis. And you know what the parents told me? The parents told me that the child was so much more willing to listen to them because they felt that, you know what? My rabbi, my parents, they all want the same thing for me. They all want what's good. But just like Moshe Rabbeinu had to give from his glory and to build up his successor, we are, as a yeshiva or parents, we're all the successors to each other. When the child enters our building, enters the home, if we're not going to build each other up, he's not going to respect, and he's not going to grow, and he's not going to be a willing and listening ear. This also goes, by the way, for the messages we want our children to hold dear. The things that we talk about, the things that we give our glory to, the things that we hold very high and That's the message that the children get. For example, you have a guy, he's got to go to the city, he's got to go on a business trip, and he's got to work. He's got to do what he's got to do. Baruch Hashem, it's very important. And now he comes back after a long day, and he's talking all about the rabbi that he listened to, and the tzedakah that he's going to be able to give, and Shabbat, which is coming up. The child realizes that you know what he gives his glory to? He gives his glory to the things that are spiritual. He may work, but that's not what he's working for. And then yet you'll have a person who could be involved in spirituality all day long. He goes to shul, but he comes back from shul, and at the end of 3, 4, 5 hours in shul, he comes back and says, look at this, look at the money that this guy made. Look at the car that this guy got. What is the message the child gets? My father is backing the things that are materialistic in life, not the things that are spiritual. So we have to think about this. This is big. This is a big lesson. What do we hold dear? What do we give our glory to? What do we back? And that's what our children are going to respect. Hashem should give us the strength and the wisdom to be able to do this and to create in our children those who are willing to listen and understand what's important in life, not just from what we want them to respect, but from the things that we respect and hold dear ourselves. Shabbat Shalom.